Did you know that eating tomatoes with certain foods can lead to cancer and dementia? Tomatoes, which are incredibly healthy on their own, can be paired with foods that either enhance or diminish their benefits. The key is to consume tomatoes in the right combinations to maximize their health benefits. Today, we will explore 3 foods that are the worst to eat with tomatoes and 3 that are the best, all to help prevent cancer and dementia. Let's start with the star of the show, the tomato. Ranked among the top 10 superfoods by Time magazine, tomatoes are often considered a miracle food. They are packed with essential nutrients like vitamin C, potassium, and dietary fiber. Moreover, they contain lycopene, a powerful antioxidant known for its health-boosting properties. There's even an old saying, when tomatoes ripen red, doctors turn pale, which implies that regular consumption of tomatoes can help keep you healthy enough to stay away from doctors. However, did you know that even with their health-boosting properties, there are certain foods that can actually harm your health when eaten with tomatoes? Let's dive into the worst food combinations that could potentially negate the benefits of tomatoes, and then look at the best pairings to maximize their health benefits. The worst foods to pair with tomatoes. First off, the absolute worst combination with tomatoes is sugar. Surprised? On hot summer days, many people sprinkle a generous amount of sugar on tomatoes, add some ice, and enjoy them as a sweet treat or even pickle them in sugar. But let me tell you, sugar and tomatoes are a terrible match. This is because sugar destroys the nutritional value of tomatoes. Even if you're eating them for health benefits, sprinkling sugar on top negates all those benefits. When we consume food, the body uses vitamin B to break down sugar. So when you sprinkle sugar on tomatoes, it uses up the vitamin B present in the tomatoes, reducing the amount of this essential nutrient that gets absorbed by our body. Moreover, the intake of sugar raises blood sugar levels, which poses an even bigger problem. Elevated blood sugar can lead to various health issues, including an increased risk of cancer and dementia. We all know sugar is bad for our health, right? However, having tomatoes sprinkled with a bit of sugar once in a while isn't a huge issue. The problem arises when we consume refined carbohydrates and sugar-laden meals regularly and then top them off with sugary foods for dessert. According to data analyzed by the FDA regarding our national sugar intake, we are already exceeding the recommended amounts in our regular meals, and the habit of having sweet desserts is causing our yearly sugar consumption to spike dramatically. Frequently consuming foods loaded with sugar can actually shrink your brain, particularly the hippocampus, which is the center of memory. What happens when your brain shrinks? Since the hippocampus is crucial for brain functions such as reasoning, planning, judgment, and memory, this definitely increases the risk of dementia. Beyond type 2 diabetes, excessive sugar intake can even raise the risk of cancer. For the sake of your health, it's crucial to cut down on sugar intake starting today. The second food to avoid pairing with tomatoes is spinach. Now, you might think it's beneficial to eat foods rich in vitamin C, like tomatoes, with iron-rich spinach, especially if you have anemia or diabetes, and you'd be right in some cases. However, for those with weak kidneys, this combination can be particularly harmful. The problem lies with oxalates. Tomatoes, which can accumulate calcium in the body, are rich in oxalates, and spinach is one of the most notorious sources of oxalates. You probably know that spinach should always be blanched in boiling water before eating, and this is why. When oxalates bind with calcium in the blood, they form small, sharp crystals that accumulate in the body, potentially leading to kidney stones. This can cause muscle pain, reduce muscle strength, and even lead to kidney stones and cancer. Blanching or boiling can effectively remove oxalates, so those with weak kidneys should make sure to cook spinach and tomatoes this way. But here's an even bigger reason not to mix tomatoes and spinach. The iron in spinach can interfere with the absorption of lycopene from tomatoes. The reason tomatoes are hailed as a superfood is precisely because of their lycopene content. Lycopene is a miraculous compound that acts as a powerful antioxidant, reducing oxidative stress and inflammation in the body and preventing cancer. Research has shown that lycopene has incredible effects in preventing various cancers, including lung, prostate, breast, and colon cancer. It's also great for vascular health, offering protection against arteriosclerosis and cardiovascular diseases. However, according to research from an American medical team, Consuming tomatoes with spinach can cut the absorption rate of lycopene by half. So from now on, it's best to avoid eating tomatoes and spinach together. The third worst food to pair with tomatoes is tomato ketchup. Ketchup is one of the most popular sauces, often paired with fries or processed foods. While these foods are problematic in themselves, ketchup adds to the issue. A single tablespoon of ketchup contains about 4 grams of sugar, which is more than what's found in many chocolate snacks. But that's not all. A closer look at the nutritional content of ketchup reveals that it's full of high fructose corn syrup, salt, synthetic colorants, and spices, including numerous sweeteners and food additives. Some people believe that ketchup containing tomatoes is healthier compared to other sauces. However, the tomatoes in ketchup, due to processing and various additives, have already had their nutrients destroyed. Now that we've covered the worst foods to pair with tomatoes, let's move on to the best combinations that can enhance the health benefits of tomatoes. The best foods to pair with tomatoes. First up, the best food combination I recommend with tomatoes is surprisingly salt. This might sound strange, as you might think sugar and salt are both bad for health and should be reduced. While consuming them in large amounts is not advisable, pairing tomatoes with a little salt can be beneficial. Tomatoes are very rich in vitamin C, which is essential for collagen production and fighting cancer. Not only does vitamin C protect your health, but it also keeps your skin healthy and youthful. The issue is that the vitamin C in tomatoes easily oxidizes when it comes into contact with oxygen in the air. Sprinkling salt on the cut surface of tomatoes creates a thin barrier that helps prevent the oxidation of vitamin C. Still worried about sodium and blood pressure? Tomatoes are very rich in potassium, which lowers blood pressure and reduces the risk of cardiovascular diseases. When you sprinkle salt on tomatoes, it balances out the potassium and sodium, leading to a positive effect on cell and energy metabolism. Furthermore, the salt sprinkled on tomatoes is expelled from the body through the diuretic action of potassium, which doesn't significantly increase blood pressure or cause other side effects. So you can feel free to enjoy this combination without worry. The second best food combination I recommend with tomatoes is the king of proteins, meat. In fact, tomatoes pair wonderfully with all proteins, including eggs, meat, and tofu. While tomatoes are packed with vitamins, beta-carotene, lycopene, and minerals, there's one thing they lack: protein. Pairing them with high-quality proteins perfectly complements their nutritional profile. Among these, meat in particular is highly recommended. Now, some of you might believe that consuming meat is bad for your health. Not at all. As you age, it's essential to include meat in your diet. The main reason is protein. Protein is a crucial component of our body, forming cells, muscles, enzymes, and hormones. A lack of protein intake can harm your dental health by causing receding gums or hair loss. And it can also lead to an inability to produce enough immune cells or antibodies to fight diseases. Of course, beans and tofu are excellent sources of protein, but plant-based proteins often lack essential amino acids or have them in smaller quantities. Animal proteins like meat are much more easily absorbed by the body than plant-based proteins, making them increasingly important as digestion weakens with age. Moreover, protein affects not just the muscles in our body, but also the muscles in our mind. Tryptophan found in meat is a precursor to serotonin, known as the happiness hormone, making it excellent for depression and mental health. Especially the vitamin B found in pork activates brain functions, preventing dementia. But pay attention here. There's one issue with consuming such beneficial meat. Our body's fluids are alkaline, while meat is acidic. This is where our star, the tomato, comes into play. Tomatoes, being a representative alkaline food, when eaten with acidic meat, greatly aid in protein digestion and reduce stomach stress, making them a perfect match. Plus, the rich fiber content in tomatoes helps maintain a regular digestive system and prevents constipation, ensuring gastrointestinal health. Finally, the third best food combination I recommend with tomatoes is olive oil. Here's an interesting tip. Tomatoes actually offer more health benefits when cooked rather than eaten raw. This is because heating tomatoes breaks down their cell walls, allowing the antioxidant lycopene to dissolve more easily. Now here's the kicker. You can dramatically increase the absorption of lycopene by up to 9 times simply by cooking tomatoes in olive oil. Lycopene loves fat because it's fat-soluble, meaning it's absorbed much better with fat. Olive oil, rich in omega-3s, is the perfect companion. Olive oil's oleic acid is a good fat that helps lower bad LDL cholesterol and protect your heart. It also helps increase the good HDL cholesterol, keeping your heart and blood vessels healthy. Plus, the polyphenols in olive oil create a powerful synergy with tomatoes' lycopene, turning this combination into a top-notch cancer fighter. Tomatoes are unique because the way you cook them changes their nutritional value. Eat tomatoes raw for vitamin C, or cook them to get even more lycopene benefits. So whether you're adding fresh tomatoes to a salad with some olive oil or cooking them, always use olive oil to get the most benefits. Conclusion. To sum up, we've explored 3 foods that are the worst to pair with tomatoes and 3 that are the best. Avoid sugar and spinach when eating tomatoes, as they can interfere with their health benefits. Instead, sprinkle a little salt on your tomatoes, pair them with high-quality proteins like meat, and cook them with olive oil to maximize their nutritional value. How does that sound? By choosing the right companions for the nutritious tomato and preparing them well, you can safeguard your health and potentially prevent serious diseases like cancer and dementia. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with your loved ones. I'll always be here, praying for your health and happiness. Thank you.